once again with another live stream. Mm. What's going on with y'all, family? Mm. Yes. Happy Friday. Excuse me, I'm sorry. The weather just been real tricky out here. My fault, my bad. It just been weather real tricky, so you gotta be laid up. I apologize for my throat being like a little cloggy at times and blowing my nose because like the weather real tricky. So gotta be real careful and mindful of that. But like I said, it's good to see y'all. Hey, Chakra, y'all come inside of the chat. Happy Friday, glad we made it. I know we just had, hey, Kilolo, I know we just had Thanksgiving yesterday. Most of us were laid back, chilling with fam, just eating out. It's not necessarily saying y'all was there celebrating Thanksgiving, but y'all, we all just kicked back yesterday. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It's just like, yeah, I'm drinking this water. Hey, Classic Creole, what's going on? Y'all come inside of the chat. Hey, Tanya Thomas, I'm drinking this some essential water right about now. Your man is definitely feeling better. Just feeling real relaxed. Cooling out right about now. You feel me? And like I said, I actually want to talk to y'all about this, man, because, going into 2024, I'm going to say, like, for like the rest of the year and December and going into 2024, it's going to be our season. It's definitely going to be our season. Why? Because most of us are finally going to start to hit our stride. And the reason why, hold on, and the reason why I'm calling this live stream the rise of the late bloomers, because it is what I'm feeling deep down inside of my heart, the energy that I'm feeling inside of me, what I'm feeling in the universe. What is being confirmed to me. What is like, yup, exactly, Tanya Thomas. Yup, most of us have finally learned our lessons. Exactly, yup. What many of us are experiencing, we are experiencing a transformation right now. Like, I don't know if like you've been feeling like your energy has been like, it feel like something is in you. It feels like it's warm inside of you. You feel it all in here. You feel me? You feel it all in here in your solar plex. You feel it like this strong pull and this energy, from the universe. That is something right there, saying to you, like, pulling you that now was the finally time, now was finally the time to reap the harvest and activate that energy. Which means, like I told you, the rise of the late bloomers are finally going to be activating their God energy, which means they finally going to be stepping into their real true power. And see, the reason why I say, being a late bloomer is not bad because, we had to go through. Hey, Seven House Nova, what's going on, sis? You know, um, yep, exactly, the classic Creole. Yep, it's like what is going on is that instead of you going a couple steps forward and getting knocked back a couple steps backwards, you finally are going to be going up and up and up and up and up. Not say you won't go through some ups and downs, which you are, but you mainly going to be going up on the incline. And so those of us, right? So those of us, right? Even though some of us might be in our mid late 30s or 40s or going into our 40s, but guess what? It is our great time to reap our harvest, right? Why? Because we were meant to go through those trials and tribulations, and through those situations, right? Why? It was to make us stronger and to also, get a greater and deeper understanding of many layers why we went through how and why we went through it and how we got through it. And the way how we got through it was we fought a battle differently. And so what's that going to do is it's going to be a great testimony to yourself and the other people And what it's going to really do is it's really going to bring a spark towards them. And what it's going to do is it's really going to activate them, which means we are going to be activating other gods and goddesses around us. Hey, Pseudo Intellectual Podcast. So the late bloomers, see, the reason why you have an advantage is because you didn't seen a lot, you didn't been through a lot, and you really at the point where it's like, you know, you know what it is now. It's like nothing can fool you. You didn't seen a lot, you've been through a lot. You know, you've been through a lot of situations. You've been through the narcissism. You fought through the narcissism, and you heal from the narcissism, and you also are moving on into the direction. It's pretty much like you finally passed that test. You know, the late bloomer had to go through series of tests because the late bloomer, the reason why we were meant to be a late bloomer because we were meant to go through much more stronger battles than others. Late bloomers, we fought harder battles than others. Your battles were way more strenuous than others. We had way more stronger battles. Exactly, Classic Creole, right? Yep, same thing here. And see what's been going on. You starting to see that you finally are turning the corner in life. Now we done turned many corners, but now we it's like we had to finally get over that learning curve in life to where we had to learn to become unbothered. Many things in our lives, it's like we tried to like immerse ourselves in, try to see what it was like. But in a lot of cases, a lot of things that we tried to like get involved into this world, it was a bunch of bullshit, and it was nothing but a facade anyway. So now we are past that stage to where we are past the facade. Hey, Philly guard team Ruff, you feel me? What's going on? We are past the facade. You past the bullshit. You know what it is? It's like you were at the point you were ready to walk into that guardship. Excuse me, yo. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Hey, Thaddeus Brown. You know what I mean? Of yourself and what's going on. You were going through that transformation to where you were going to become that god and goddess. You know what I mean? Of yourself, and you're not going to hold back anything. It's almost like you going from like you. It's like you really like in that movie Transformers. It's like people think you just this regular Autobot, but guess what? You transform into this great powerful being. You feel me? See, the Transformers were showing the chosen ones they had to go into disguise. They couldn't always show their powers. You ever notice most superheroes they gotta have a disguise? But that's when they finally bring their powers out, you know what I'm saying, when the time is right to the world. So they show, you know what I mean, the code of like they gotta move in silence. They can't always be showing that they Optimus Prime or Bumblebee. They gotta go into disguise. But that's when, when the time is right, they finally go ahead and transform. So what's going on is it's like the time is right. You were finally going to go through that full transformation of yourself. And see, that's the reason why you are a late bloomer because it's like the reason why we're late bloomers, we had to go through a serious transformation of oneself. You know what I mean? Hey, what up to Sean Coleman? You're exactly Classic Creole, right? We had to go through a series of tests in order for us to finally go ahead and reach our full potential. And that's what's going to be coming up next year for us. The rise of the late bloomers are going to come into fruition in 2024, which means you are going to transform into your greatest and fullest potential. Hey Tev's channel. That's hey Duke, what's going on? And see, that's the reason why. That's why I say the rise of the late bloomers are going to be so great. Which means if you look at the late bloomers that happen in life, even in Hollywood, like Samuel L. Jackson at 40, got his big break. Denzel, mid 30s going to his 40s, got his big break. Morgan Freeman in his 50s, got his big break. Some of the greatest people in the world got You know what I mean? It's like they bloom and blossom later in life. But guess what? Life really really beginning for you, like in your late 30s, going into your 40s. Anyway, that's when you finally really beginning to like bloom and blossom. Most men earn the potential happens in their 40s, going into their 50s. Most people, yes, the potential starts happening in their 30s, going into their 40s, into their 50s. That's why I say the rise of the late bloomers are going to be happening next year. Why? Because it was meant to it was meant for us to go through all of those trials and tribulations, right? Exactly. Yes, he did. Kevin Samuels talked about that. Yes, he did. Whether you agree with him or not, he talked about that. A lot of people, they really begin to bloom and blossom later in life. But see, people fear getting old. But see, if you take care of yourself, even as you get older, you can still look good. You might not be as fast as you want to be, but if you keep yourself active, guess what? It's like when you finally bloom and blossom into your greatest potential, that's like a second wind of life. You find another fountain of youth in life. That's what we're going to be finding next year. We're going to get a series fountain of youth next year. That's why I say the rise of the late bloomers, because you got a great clear advantage in life. You've been through trials and tribulations. You've been through the hassles. You've been through all of the ups and downs. You know how to. It's like you know what you want. You know how to deal with people. It's like you really begin. It's like you really begin to come to a stage where you are finally unbothered, which means you understand the balance of life. It's like order and chaos. That's what Batman and Joker represents. Order and chaos. You understand that you know how to deal with the chaos because you were in order. So that means you were going to be order because you're not even dealing with the chaos. Even when the chaos come around, you know how to deal with it, right? Why? Because you separate from the chaos because you want to stay in order. That's what it is, the balance. You were going to be balanced, which means you were going to be unbothered up here, away from people that are bothered with you down here. People that got God energy are unbothered. People that have demonic energy are bothered. People that got God energy is in order. People have demonic energy is in chaos. See that? The balance. You feel me? You up here, they down here. Hey, Coethia. Exactly, yup. But you understand both. You understand when chaos meets for real, you know how to deal with the chaos. You bang and you just once you hit it, boom, it's gonna go back down. You go back up. That's what you're gonna be going into. Thank you, Kid Low. You feel me? Hey, what up, T Washington? Exactly. That's what you're gonna be coming into. You're gonna be understanding the balance. It's like you're gonna be put it like this. You're gonna be balanced. Exactly. Yup. You're going to be letting go. You're going to be letting go of old dead weight. You're going to be releasing thought patterns. Newer thought patterns are going to be naturally start coming in for you. It's like your habits are going to change. You know, your thought patterns are going to change. You know, it's like you're really going to think so high of yourself. It's like you're not even going to. It's like you're not even going to like even second guess yourself anymore. Yup. You're not even going to question why you thinking high. You're not. It's like you're going to be thinking high. You're not even going to worry about why people are questioning why you thinking in a high level. Yes. So like I said, the rise of the late bloomers is going to bloom and blossom next year in 2024. Yep. Everything is a cycle. Everything has balance. Yep. Which means you're going to be coming out of old cycles. For the last 20 years, from like '03 to 2023, it's been like a 20-year cycle. And we are coming out of that old 20-year cycle. And if you look at that old cycle, we really saw the 3D world real heavy, which means we are really going to be out of this 3D world. What are the 3Ds? Disruption, distraction, division. Disruption, distraction, division. If you look at the words, they all have the three D's. Disruption, distraction, division. This whole 3D world has been the whole world of what? Disruption, distraction, division. You're going to be out of that mindset. You're not even going to look at color, even though you're going to see the people, but you mainly going to be looking at the person's spirit and their mindset. Right, we coming out of the insanity doing the same thing. Exactly, Tony and Thomas. Exactly. Which means over the next couple of months, especially like in December, you're going to be unlearning a lot of shit. That's what the movie How You Learn It. I understand the movie now, How You Learn It. In order for you to go into How You Learn It, you need to unlearn a lot of you need to unlearn the shit of this world. And guess what the movie How You Learn It was showing? The three D's. Disruption, distraction, division. And guess what? The division had us came as what? As a distraction and as a disruption. We need to unlearn the three D's and go into the next level of thinking, which means you're going to be going into the late bloomers. We're going to be going into the higher level of thinking, which means it's going to bring about a higher level of self. We are going to be tapping back into our affirmations. You're going to be going to see exactly right, Deshaun Coleman. Yeah, even though we know what this world is, but we still been plugged up to it. Because we gotta admit, we've been plugged into this world. And let's be real. In order for us to survive into it, we had to be some sort of what? Plugged into the world. We had to adapt. You know what I mean? We was plugged into the world, but we unplugged. You know what I'm saying? But see, we are really going to be like, it's right. You know what it's going right. You know what it's doing right. You know what we going through. We've been unplugged, but we had to adapt to the world. So we're going to be unplugging from all of its ways of the matrix of this world or what we've been going through. Because in order for us to be into the world, we were not of the world, but we had to adapt to the world. But see, now that old mindset is going out. That's why you've been going through a serious reflection because you've been reflecting what's been going on for you over the last 20 years of what you had to go through and what you've been through because the last 20 years have been a 20-year cycle. This 20-year cycle, it has really been a very dark cycle. You know what, these last 20 years from '03 to 2023 has been a very dark and narcissistic cycle. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if I'm wrong. I could be right. But I know that's what I'm feeling. Because I remember back in 2003, it was like some dark energy that came in. And I remember feeling it. So guess what? We coming out of that 20-year cycle of the last 20 years of a very dark narcissistic cycle. Because that cycle is all about what it showed, the three D's: disruption, distraction, division. Division of religion. Yep, and guess what it all showed? All of the isms and schisms: capitalism, communism, socialism, Marxism, communism, Darwinism, colorism, racism, totalitarianism, egalitarianism. All of what? What are those isms and schisms shows what? The vision. Divide and conquer. And what do they always bring? Disruption. What do they always show? Distraction. What do they bring about? The vision. The three D's. It's all fake. That fake world and the ways of the world and the way of thinking is out the fucking window, right? Death and chaos. That's all what it brought was death and chaos. That's the old 3D world. Disruption, distraction, division. Division by religion, division by class, division by colors, division by gangs, division by genders. All of this bullshit. And guess what it's done? This whole entire world of the 3D world has done what? Slowed down the progress of what? Of you becoming of God and a goddess. This whole entire world has been structured to do what? Stop the God and the goddess from within from coming out. distracted by bullshit on TV and radio and movies. That shit is over. You're going to be cutting out. Watch what we're going to go through. We all going to go through a transformation of how you learn it and unlearn this bullshit. Exactly, Classic Creole. Right. We've been in the pattern of stagnation and delay. Yup. So guess what? Your delayed gratification is going to start to come. And the more we get away from the 3D world, which we all have struggled in, you're going to start naturally pulling yourself away from social media. You're going to be pulling away from, like, you know what I mean? It's like you're going to just start deleting shit. You're going to start deleting shit of this world. This whole entire world, yeah, you are going to leave all the way of thinking in the ways of this old world of stagnation and delay is all going to be going out the window. That's right, B Tiffy. Yup. Gotta leave this old world behind. Yup. That's right, Deshaun Coleman. Yup. So now we've been in the season of delayed gratification. Now with 2024, that's going to be coming about. I'm telling you, this is what I'm feeling. Exactly. Yup. You are going into a higher level of thinking of self. You're going to be thinking so high of yourself. You're going to be showing yourself of who you've been wanting to really show to the world. You are finally going to come out and just show the world who we are. That's what we're going to be doing. And that's why it's a great time, because this was meant to be our time, because the chosen ones are late bloomers. We are late bloomers. But the ones that bloom late, they bloom the best. It always happens that way. You ever notice the ones that bloom and blossom early, they fade out later? You ever notice that people, they when they bloom late, like I've noticed, like even when I checked out certain wide receivers in the NFL, like I've noticed most of them bloom and blossom like later, like in their mid late 20s, going into their 30s. They got even greater in like their late 20s, going into their 30s. I'm looking like, wow, they got even greater in their late 20s, going into their 30s. That's when they bloom and blossom. So some people, they just, it just takes a while for certain things to click. You notice that, King Mess? Yo, yeah, man, certain people, man, it's like once they get it and when they click, it's like they are a beast. And it's like when they get it, they are locked in. Yup, he sure was. Jim Jordan was a late bloomer. Even though he was always great, but he fully developed into a greater player later in his career. As a fully developed player, yes. Most people, as they get deeper into their careers, into their lives, they get even greater because they get wiser. And see, that's the thing about us. See, we are older and wiser. And like I said, yo, I'm talking about we about to go on a serious 6 to 8 month run of just success. I'm put it like this. Samuel Jack, exactly, B Tiffy. Thank you. Yup, and I said that earlier. Samuel L. Jackson didn't hit his stride until his 40s and 50s. Exactly. Morgan Freeman. Denzel. A lot of them hit their stride later. It's nothing wrong with it. Late bloomers, this is going to be our time. When I say it's our time, yo, our time is going to, this is our time. Yo, we are going to see a come up like never before. Right, see that, King Mesh? Yup, see that? Yup. See, a lot of us, you know what I mean, are bouncing back in our 30s going into our 40s. You feel me? A lot of us are, hey, Cool Ramon, you feel me? So that's why I say, it's going to be, it's nothing wrong going to be a late bloomer because it's a very great time. It's a lot of late bloomers, a lot of them. It's a lot of them, a lot of them, a lot of them. Look at that, 31 celebrities who found fame later in life. You feel me? See, look at that. Yup. Samuel Jackson in his what? 40s. When he became an A-list star. Yes, he was in his 40s. Yup, in 1991, when he was 43, he got a serious critical contention for Gator in Lee's Jungle Fever. Yup. And then leaked to A-list with Pulp Fiction in 94. He was 43. Come on. He got his big acclaim at 43. So what is wrong with that? And he's one of the baddest in the game. Lot of credits to his name. That's gonna be a song I'm gonna write about. Late Bloom. You know what? That's gonna be a song. Yup, the late bloomers. Look at that. Yup, James Gandolfini. He was 38 in Sopranos. Wow, look at this. Karen Houston was 70 when she starred in The West Wing. Wow, 70. 70. Judy Dench became famous around the world when she was 60. Come on. Bryan Cranston was 44, but he starred in Malcolm in the Middle. Come on. 44. The one that played in Breaking Bad. He was 44 when he starred in Malcolm in the Middle. Come on, man. Lucy Ball was 40, but she started I Love Lucy. Come on, look at that. Melissa McCarthy was 41, but she was Oscar nominated role in Bridesmaids. Come on. The Hurt Locker Jeremy Ritter made famous at 38. Come on. See that? Ricky Gervais tried to be a pop star before creating The Office at 40. Ricky Gervais. Look at that. The Office. Steve Carell came to fame at 43 for The Office. Come on. These people are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Look at that. Jane Lynch was 49 when she achieved mainstream success with Glee. Come on. Inglorious Bastards gave Christopher Waltz his Oscar-winning role at 53. Come on. At 53. And look at Leslie Jones when she was 47 when she became a cast member for Saturday Night Live at 47. Her crazy ass. You feel me? It's so many of them. You feel me? It's so many great goddamn stories of late bloomers. So guess what? Right, look at that. Wow, J. Cole got his first #1 record at 38 with Drake a month ago. And guess what? Me and J. Cole, we a year apart. I'm 39. He 38 and got his #1 record. And look at me, I'm getting recognized. I'm getting recognized in the Jadakiss Challenge at 39. Come on. You feel me? Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all something. Yeah, yo. This is on my Instagram. I sent this to one of the A&Rs and look what they did for real. Look what they rated my track. Just imagine a life. You see that? I know my phone is cracked. My bad about that. But see that? My track, see that? My track was rated platinum, yo. You see that? My bad for the cracked screen on the phone. You feel me? But see that they rated that platinum. You feel me? And I'm 39, yo. You feel me? So guess what? It ain't never too late, yo. Thank you, Classic Creole. You feel me? Yeah, yo. Some being one of the prime examples of, it's never too late. And guess what? It's never too late, man. It really isn't, it's never too late to go ahead and make it right in your life and to go ahead and thank you, King Master. You know what I mean? And to really, go ahead and do what you gotta do, yo. Right. I mean, you know what I mean? I definitely see what you mean, Corey D. Yep, everybody's not meant to pop off at the same time. Just like, yep, the older the wine, the better it is. Exactly. Yep. You know what I'm saying? It's it's nothing wrong, blooming, later in life. And also I meant to tell you, y'all, like the Heartache Trouble is Sadness video that I put up, that's the full version. You feel me? The first one was the test video. But you can go back and watch Heart in Trouble and Sadness again. That's the full version of the video that I wanted y'all to see. So the music video director, shout out to Marvin, the producer for sending it to me. But I actually got the full video. It's up there. So it has let me see how many views it got. So it got around 256 views in 3 days. I appreciate y'all. But like I said, go ahead and like and share and subscribe that music video, Heartache Trouble and Sadness again, because that's the full video. But yeah, back to what I'm saying though, family. Like, hey, what up, Lamar McKinney? Like I said, man, like, it's really a great thing. You know what I mean? Like, just knowing, being, you know what I mean, like a late blooming, just seeing like how our time has come, for us to finally go ahead on our journey and to really, bloom and blossom, to have greater success and to really keep on having that success and not being afraid of it. And that's what us as late bloomers are going to be doing. It's like we've already experienced enough failure in our lives to the point where now, we went through those struggles of like fear and success and failure. Now you are going to embrace, what I mean, a little, what I mean, you're going to embrace a lot of success and a little bit of failure. Not to say you're not going to have failures in between, but being a late bloomer, it's like you finally embracing success in your life, and you having it more and more in abundance, and you're going to be creating that greatest success of your legacy. That's what's going to be flourishing out of you for real. Is that you're going to be building upon your legacy. You're going to be enjoying it. You're going to have a really great fountain of youth, and you're going to be. It's like you're going to be walking in your purpose as a late bloomer in life. What a good. Yeah, that's what's going to be happening for you. Is that you finally going to be walking in your purpose, and you're no longer going to be walking in because you done been through so much of the hardships. You've been through the pain. You've been through like a lot of crazy things. Oh yeah, that's right, Beatific Euphoria. Yup. The late bloomers always get the last laugh. Yup. You done been through the fears. You done been through the doubts. The ups and the downs. You know how to handle it. And like I said, you were going to be going into like that point of your life where like you're going to be just like shrugging things off, and you're going to be locked in and going forward in your life on your life journey into where you're going to really unlock the God potential in you. That's what I see for the rise of the late bloomers in their life. Sometimes we just like I said, society has brainwashed us into thinking we supposed to have this by 20, have this by 25, have this by 30, 35. Hey, Deborah Tice, see what's going on? You feel me? Like everybody think we supposed to get all of these things at this time frame, but it doesn't really work out that way because everybody timing is different. And that's the reason why sake I love, having this talk to you about being a late bloomer because J. Cole finna go diamond, one more platinum. Wow, that's amazing. That's crazy, but that's amazing. I'm glad for him. But like I said, man, it's all about really trusting the timing. And the reason why I said you got a really great advantage because you know how to like, what I mean? It's like you know how to deal with yourself. You know what you want. You know what you like. You know what you willing to put up with. It's like you didn't see like the ups and downs of people dealing with people of yourself, and What was my 33 year like? For oh, mine was great. My 33 year was great. My 33 year was great. Matter of fact, my yep, I'll say 32. I'ma say like the first five was great. You feel me? Then um yeah, I'm gonna say the first 5 years were like great, and then went through some things. You know what I'm saying? Of like, you know what I mean? At like 36, 37, I was in my going through that narcissist. Yeah, I'm good, Deborah Ticey. Yeah, of the narcissistic bullshit. You feel me? But it's like at 38, you know what I mean? Been doing like a lot of healing and stuff. At 39, you know, been going through things, but now I'm bouncing back. So I can say like, you know, the first 5 years. Don't get me wrong. I still, you know what I mean? It was just the fact that, you know, when I went through the narcissism, you know, for like year and a half to like 2 years, it was definitely, you know what I mean, crazy and bullshit. But I guess you could say like that was my last test of me finally overcoming and seeing that, it wasn't necessarily me, it was them, and just really understanding that, it was like overcoming a spiritual battle and really understanding that I control my mind, and I went through a lot of those things, to like really be at a greater wise level, because now that I'm greater and wiser, my penmanship has gotten even greater. My penmanship is even greater, and my mind is even greater, to the point where my intellect, when I write my rhymes, is like even greater at this point. You know what I'm saying? And I really, hey, what up, Josh Culver? And I really want to say thank y'all once again for telling me to get back to rapping. I really do, man. Be from the bottom of my heart. I really do want to tell y'all to say thank y'all, man, for telling me to get back to rapping, because like ever since I've been, like I'm writing this shit, man, like the stuff that I'm writing, the stuff that I'm coming up with, like it's like beyond amazing. The concepts I'm writing, I really want to say thank y'all, because I was up there trying to run away from it, but y'all kept telling me I sound like a rapper. But all the while I was trying to run from it, I kept on showing it, and y'all kept telling me, get back to rapping, B Miles. Like, yo, what you doing, yo? Like, B Miles, yo, what you doing, yo? I'm looking like, nah, okay, man. Like, whatever. But y'all kept telling me, man, get back to rapping, and I'm all in the grateful, because ever since I got back to rapping, man, it's been very fruitful for me. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Yeah, family, like it's been incredible, y'all. I apologize. I'm back, y'all. Yeah, like I said though, man, like, yeah, man, I really do, man. I'm glad, man. Like y'all told me to like, really get back to rapping, man, because thank you on Classic Career. I'm glad I stuck to my passion as well, because I really felt like, what I mean, because like, don't get me wrong. I mean, what I mean, like I've always wanted to keep on rapping, but I kept on hearing like, what I mean, rap is like a young man's game. You too old to be rapping, or this, that, and the third. And I was kind of like, getting discouraged at times. You know what I'm saying? I can't, I can't even, I can't even lie to you. Sometimes I was getting like, a bit discouraged, because I felt like, what I mean, like, I was hearing like I'm too old to be rapping and stuff like that. But the thing was, I just still, I still wanted to like, be rapping, because I felt like, it was like still in me to keep on rapping. I can't even lie to you, I still wanted to keep on rapping, man, and I still wanted to like, do it because I felt like, I still had something to say. And I kept hearing rap is a young man's game, or you too old. If you're 30 years old still rapping, something wrong with you. The game is old, or it's never gonna go back to where it once was. I will admit to you, man, like I was like, getting like a bit discouraged because I kept hearing like, it's a young man's game, and then of course I got, really discouraged. Oh, thank you, B Tiffy. You know what I mean? I just kept getting like a bit discouraged because like the way the direction of the game was going and stuff like that. And I was just like, I don't know, man. It's like it was like that itch kept calling me back. And it was like one side of me was fighting, and it was like one side of me was fighting, and the next side of me was like, you gotta keep doing this. So that was when I went ahead and I took, like, what I'm saying, your advice, and I got back to rapping. And I'm so glad that I did, because what I mean, what it did for me, man, it made me much more focused. It gave me something to look forward to, man. Like, going back into my passion, tapping into my passion, once again, and just, really going ahead and just bringing out those type of songs that y'all love, and y'all hearing some great music again, and I'm really glad and honored and grateful, because y'all get a chance to like really, hear some music, man. They got some fire beats and got some fire lyrics, man. Something that you can really understand, So, I'm going to be one of those few, man, that's going to be showing that, it's never too late, man. Because, like I said, I mean, my stuff being rated as platinum. I mean, my stuff is being heat conscious energy. You know what I mean? I apologize, for like having the album be slowed down for real. You feel me? It was just like, the struggle of like what's been going on and stuff like that. But everything has really been shifting. It's like, a lot of things as of lately has been like, shifting for real. You feel me? A lot of things have like been really shifting. And so that's what it's going to be for us, like going into 2024. It's like we really going to see a major shift within ourselves. And when I say that shift within ourselves, I'm talking about it's going to be like beyond amazing. It's going to be so beyond amazing for you. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, because like I said, you're going to be unlocking that God potential in you. And when I say that potential in you is going to be unlocking, because like I said, all the hell, yeah, because yeah, like I said, all of the old ways, I'm saying, all of the old ways for real, of what you was like used to dealing with and going with, like all of that stuff is going to be gone away. Like I said, like you going to be on a total different level. And when I say you're going to blossom and bloom, you are going to bloom and blossom. You know what I'm saying? You're going to bloom and blossom at a level to where you're going to be like, OMG. When I say you are going to be blooming and blossoming, you are going to be blooming and blossoming at a level to where you're going to be like, yo. But guess what? You're going to deserve it. You're not going to question it. You're going to be shocked and surprised, but you're going to know you deserve it, because guess what? Why? Because guess what? You do deserve it. Because everything that's all going to come our way is all going to be well deserved. Yes, everything that's going to come your way, yep, of being a late bloomer is going to be very well deserved. Yes, everything that is going to come your way next year is going to be very well deserved. Because guess what? Right along the way, even though you've been going through a lot of shit, guess what? Right, guess what? The whole entire time, you still been planting seeds along the way. So guess what? A lot of the seeds that you've been planting along the way, guess what? They're going to start to finally bloom and blossom. Hey, conscious energy, what's going on, y'all? Yes, you are going to bloom and blossom in the way where you're going to be like, oh my gosh. Yes, you are finally going to bloom and blossom at a level where it's really it's going to hit you like the abundance. You feel me? The reason why it's all, yup, the tail is going to become the tail. Yup, the tail's going to become the head. Yup, it's like all of what you. It's like, you know what I mean. We'll get a lot of things before, then we felt like, do we deserve it? Now you're going to know that you are. And so now that you know that you are going to deserve it, you're going to bloom and blossom in it, right? Why? Because you've been through enough hell, enough pain to where you were going to finally embrace success. You're not even going to be afraid of failure nor success. See, a lot of times you was afraid of success because of what it might come with, or dealing with people, or people trying to like come for you or try to like take it from you. You feel me? I know a lot of us went through that. We was afraid like people's going to get real jealous, come like really going to try to come and take it from us, and you feel me? But see, now we understand we got the creator behind us, and we a God having a human experience. That God in you is going to come out of you, and you're going to be protected. That's what the late bloomers are going to be doing. It's like you will finally going to be flourishing at a level to where it's like you really going to be like a superstar and an action hero at the same time. You were going to be like a superstar and an action hero at the same time. You're going to be like a superstar and an action hero at the same time. I'm glad the energy in the chat is lit right now. Y'all all showing love. Yes, the energy. Yep, we are going to be like action heroes and superstars at the same time. Like literally like a fucking rock star. Like literally. When I say like literally, yo, you're gonna be like a rock star. Yo, yo, you're gonna be like a rock star, yo. I mean, seriously, you're going to be like a action hero. You're going to be like a superhero. Yup, you're going to be like a superhero and a superstar at the same time. Seriously. Hey Jeremiah L. That's how amazing you're going to be. You're going to be like a superstar, a action hero, a superhero, and yup, you're going to be like all of that in one. You're going to be like a rock star, a superhero, and action star. You pretty much going to dominate all phases in your life. We're going to dominate all phases in our lives, which means you're going to be locked into your brain, locked into yourself, which means everything else is going to come into fruition. You're going to be on locked on your duties and your you're going to be locked in on all of your abilities and all of your duties. Hey Freak Barber, what's going on? You're going to be locked into all of your duties and your responsibilities. You're going to be locked into like what you want, how you want. You're going to be speaking with the confidence. Your confidence is going to be at an all-time high. What else is going to be happening like 2024? It's um like I said, you're going to be like that rock star, that superstar, that superhero, all in the one. You're going to be dominant in all phases of your life. See that Deborah Tyson? Yup. You in 2024, late bloomer, you are finally going to start to dominate all phases in your life. You're going to be taking more control of your mind. You're going to be taking control of your mind, taking control of your spirituality, taking better control of what you eat, taking better control of your finances, taking better control of your household. You're going to be taking more greater, better control of yourself and of your being, which means by you aligning yourself with that, with your goals and your dreams, and aligning that with your purpose, you are going to be walking in it, which means everything else is going to be lining up for you. You are no longer going to hold back that inner God potential. There's no more limitations. The limitations are no longer going to be there. We're going to go through the rewiring of the brain. The late bloomers are going. We're going to go through a rewiring of the brain. Watch. We are going to start transforming everything. We're going to, yep. We're going to go through a rewiring of the brain. Come on, man. What's up with this? Yup, that's what's going to be happening. Yup, yup. You were going to go through a rewiring of the brain. Seriously. Yup, that's what's going to happen. We about to go through a rewiring of the brain. Seriously. We about to go through a rewiring of the brain. Can you imagine that? Seriously, can you imagine that? A rewiring of the brain? Can you imagine that? Your brain going to start to rewire itself, and then, yo, you know what's so crazy? It's like, that's something to think about. We about to go through a rewiring of the brain. Can you imagine that? Your brain is being rewired, which means it's going to be rewired away from this bullshit and of this world. Yup. Your brain is going to go through a rewiring away from this world, which means we are going to go into a higher intelligence, which means we're going to be activating ourselves faster, which means we are going to accomplish our goals and manifest things faster. Which means, like I said, you're going to start to manifest things a lot faster. Yup. We're going to start manifesting things a lot faster. Yup. We're going through a reboots. Thank you, Classy Creole. Yup. A rewiring, reawakening, a whole reboot into the exactly. Yup. And that's what is going on for the late bloomers, going for the rest of the year and going into 2024. And here's what's going to happen. Yup, be terrific. Yup. Here's what's going to happen. Yup. Hey, Amira Vincent. Yup, Deborah Ticey. Yup. Like I said, hold on. Let me see what moon is going down again. Lord have mercy. Jesus Christ. Lord have mercy. Yup, reawakening. Yup. What is the moon phase? Yeah, the waxing crescent phase. All right, I'm gonna see. All right. I want to see what about the moon phase in December. Yep, we are going through. Yep, we are definitely going to be going through a serious. Hold on, let me see. Oh wow, it's going to be a full moon. Wow, it's going to be a full moon from Saturday. Hold on, it's going to be a full moon from Christmas Eve all the way through December 27th. Still kind of like 28th, and it's going to start. Wow. Yes, they are. It's going to be a full moon around on Christmas. Yeah, let me see. Oh, yes. All right, let me see. What should people on this path assess do when they evict us against us? Well, I'm gonna say like some of the best things that they can do is like really go ahead and try to like examine and really see like what you can really do as far as like how you can keep yourself what I mean like safe and also man just like victims against stalking, destroying our career, family, and friends. Yeah, I'm gonna say like keep a low profile. Keep a low profile. Learn to keep things to yourself. What else, man? I'm definitely gonna say like keep certain things to yourself. I definitely will say don't tell everybody everything. Don't reveal everything about yourself. You know. Oh wow. It's going to be a full moon in December called the full cold moon. Will occur on Tuesday, December 26th through the 27th. Wow. It will be the full moon in Cancer. Yep, being private is the key, and also being mindful, just staying vigilant. Don't tell everybody everything on the job. Also know that everybody on the job is not your friend, so keep yourself, keep yourself real private. If you don't want anybody to try to destroy you, keep yourself real private. Don't tell everybody everything. Don't tell everybody everything. Be weary of just about everybody. Yeah, definitely. Admire fencing, yeah. And once I saw, right through the situation, I got up out of it. You gotta get up out of it and you gotta stay out of the way and keep a low profile because these people are everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Definitely keep a low profile. Don't tell everybody everything. And, you know, what I mean? If you got good news, you don't gotta share with everybody. You feel me? My fault, you're skimming. Yeah, Yeah, exactly right. Yup, I feel you, be Tiffy. Yup, yeah, I definitely will say that admire offense to keep everything to yourself. Yup, exactly, classic crew. Yup, everybody's not happy for you. I'm happy for you when you get good news. Exactly. They think it's going to be hard for us. They better watch out for the next year. Yup, exactly. Yup, because this is going to be the time frame where like this is the time frame where what that's the reason why we went through a lot of narcissism, especially within like the last couple of years, because they really wanted us to destroy ourselves. We went through a lot of heavy narcissism because these people really wanted to stop us, man, and that's part of the reason why we are late bloomers because we went through a lot of serious tests of like going through it and really seeing how it is, how to deal with narcissism. See, we went through that chaotic period in order to restore order. So what we are doing, we are coming out of that chaos and we are restoring order. We are restoring order in the order within ourselves. Because we was getting in order, but the narcissism brought in the chaos to throw us off track. Now we away from that. Now we are restoring the order to where, you know what I mean, how we once was, but we're going to be transforming even better. We are restoring the order. Because, like I said, the narcissism had us in the 3D world of disruption, distraction, and division, which means they had you divided like, what should I do? Should I stay? Should I go? They had us disrupted on our course of like what we were supposed to be doing, and they were a distraction because they wanted to take control of the mind. Narcissism is about distracting the mind, disrupting your mind, and dividing your mind. That's what the 3D world wants to do to your mind. That's what narcissism is all about. Disrupting your mind, distracting your mind, and dividing your mind. Should I go? Should I stay with this person? You know what I mean? It's like I was already doing great things until they came into my life. I've been disrupted by this person and all the trauma and the bullshit. You know what I mean? What it does, it fucks with our mind and affects our mind. So their trauma and their bullshit is distracting our mind. Yup, projecting their delusions onto you. Yup, that's right. They use these narcissistic gang stalkers to break into my home. Had me and my wife in the shelter 7.5 years. I got an apartment they use public. Wow, sorry to hear that. Myra Fenton, that's crazy. Exactly. Yup, stay away from them. Yup. Projecting their delusions onto you. Yup. So no longer all of those got it. Put it like this: the narcissism was like the final boss of this simulation. The narcissistic bullshit we went through, that was like the final boss we had to conquer and overcome. We had to go through that to finally overcome. You know what I mean? It's like we we overcome this 3D world. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, because we are coming out of that 3D world of disruption, division, distraction. We going into a 5D world, which is going to be dynamic, delightful, dazzling. It's going to be daring and desirable. We going into that kind of world. It's going to be a daring world, dynamic world, delightful, dazzling, and it's going to be desirable. We are going into out of the 3D into the 5D of a daring, dynamic, delightful, dazzling, desirable world, which means all of your great desires are going to be lined up with that. That's why the rise of the late bloomers, the chosen ones, we are going to be living that. I mean, right, and guess what? And I'm telling you, all of your enemies are going to, all of your enemies have fallen by the wayside, and they are, and guess what? There are plenty more of them are going to fall by the wayside. Yup, exactly, Tanya Thomas. Yup, generational curses are going to be broken, and they are being broken right about now. And you are going to break many more. The chosen ones in the family are usually the late bloomers. Wow, am I Fenton? Yep, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going on. All of us on here have dealt with narcissism. This 20-year cycle we coming out of has been a very narcissistic period. Very narcissistic. And let's be real, that narcissism has fucked us up. Gotta be, can I be real with you? This has been a very narcissistic 20-year period. Everything is about this. I'm the baddest. I'm the bit. I'm this. I'm that. I'm this. I'm that. And guess what? That's how they was even back then in the early 2000s. I'm this, I'm that. And everybody that was so loud about who they are, guess what? They are no longer here. It's coming like right now, Myra Fenson. Yep. hmm That's what we going. Yep. That's the kind of time we going into, late bloomers. The type of time we about to be on is going to be an abundant, beautiful, delightful time of greatness, of godly potential being alive. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Myra Fenton. Biological family involved, texting them info all around the city and praying and fasting, but I'm tired. Wow. Wow, Deshaun Coleman. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yup, yup, they all over the place, male and female. Narcissists. It's on both ends. We have been going through a very narcissistic time. For these last 20 years, it has been a very narcissistic, dark time. Everything is about trying to prove who and what you are, trying to think you're better. You're trying to do this. Yes, that period is over. That goddamn mindset is over. Wow, Marion Fenton. Oh wow, that's crazy. Yes, it has. It's been hell. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Yes, it has. It has been hell. Yes, it has. These 20 years has been. We had some good times, but it's been hell. Yeah, classic Creole. Yup, you ain't never lying. Yup, you ain't never lying. Yup, gang stalking is real. And Marvin Fenton. Yup, you ain't never lying. Yes, it is. I mean, it's crazy. It's real. Yeah, that's right. Yup. Take it from Keem S and Marvin Fenton. Yup. Yup. You got unseen forces with you. Yup. You got unseen forces that are with you right now. They got your back. Cause I'm telling you, it's yes, it has. It has been these 20 years have been hell from '03 to 2023. But now we are going out of that cycle of generational curses. Now we going into a cycle of breaking them. Yep, we are going into yep, we are going into a cycle of generational curses all going to be broken. All of the generational curses are going to be broken. Yep. Hold on 1 second. Let me grab this hat real quick. Ouch. Ouch. family. I'm coming back. Yeah, just drinking all that water. Had to use the bathroom. My bad, family. Turn this heat on. Yeah, let me turn this heat on. Yeah, y'all, I'm back. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? I'm back. Yeah, like I said, yeah, that's the kind of season. Yeah, Big Tiffy up there now. All the info. Oh wow, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Myron Fenton, man, that's crazy. Wow, that is something. Yup, that's all what they doing. They exposing your hidden enemy. Yup. Excuse me, yo. That's all what they doing. They exposing your hidden enemies. Yeah, family. Wow. Damn. Myra Fenton. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Definitely gotta have prayers up for you, man. I'm sorry to hear. That's very unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Yeah, you feel me? Yup. So it's like it's real crazy, man. You know what I mean? Like for that to be happening. Yup. It's just what we're going to be going through, man. Like it's late bloomers. We're going to be, like I said, it's going to be like the rise of the fiend. It's like the rising above. You know what I'm saying? The ashes for real. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be totally. It's going to be like totally different. Yep, it's going to be very amazing for you, and it's going to be, very different. You're going to be in a total different mind state, a total different place of mind of like everything. Yep. And us as late bloomers, man, we learned our lessons. We learned, we still going to be learning more, but that phase in our life of like, having lack of and being knocked back a couple steps when you make a couple steps forward, and no more self sabotaging as well. Like no more self sabotaging is going to be happening in your life, which means you're going to be going forward and storming on your journey and moving forward and like never before, and having that success that you always dreamed of, and having it and just keep on, flourishing in your life. That's what the late bloomers are going to be going through. We're going to be seeing that. We're going to be flourishing, and the very things you're going to be doing is going to have a major effect on people of this world. And you're going to be in a better state of mind of having a greater success to where it's really going to be beneficial towards you and, what I'm saying, your family. And it's going to be very important to your legacy because, we don't want to just have memories. We want to have a legacy. So, like I said, it's going to be, that kind of a like great time, going into 2024. 2024 is going to be like setting up, for your legacy. Like, finally getting things in order, like revamping, refining, and, doing everything, that you really want to do and just maximize it. You like maximizing your full potential and going forward and having that maximized potential forever, which means going forward, you're going to be maximizing your potential pretty much for the rest of your life. That's right. That's the next step. That's what's going on. That's what's happening right now in the universe. So you finally going to be breaking free and maximizing your full potential. As late bloomers going into like the rest of the year, going into 2024, that's what's going to be happening for us. We are going to be maximizing our full potential, and it's going to be unbelievable, unbelievably amazing. You feel me? Exactly, Deshaun Coleman. Yup. It's all good, Marvin Fenton. Damn. Yup. So y'all get ready for that, family. Like y'all get ready for like the greater good to come about. Cause everything that was like everything that had us like this is going to shift. Like everything is all going to start shifting our way. And we all going to start receiving our just due, our rewards, you know what I'm saying? Our everything. Everything is all going to come together. Like it's going to be how things are lining up. That's how your life is going to be. Let me see. Let me see. Let me check out something. Oh wow, look at this. In the near future, on January 27, 2024, Mars, Venus, and Mercury will align in the morning sky. But one of the most awaited alignments will occur in the 2040s. Wow. What planets will align? Wow. Ooh wee. Matter of fact, let me put planetary conjunction. Mm-mm-mm. You see what's coming? Like it's gonna be amazing. You, force you feel me? Yep. So yeah, family. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna jump off here for a little while. Go ahead and charge my phone and relax a little minute. It's been another great live stream. I really appreciate y'all once again. You feel me? Like I said, it's gonna be the rise of the late bloomers. It's gonna be a wonderful time for us. So go ahead and get ready for the rest of the end of the year till I go ahead and finish strong and going into 2024 on a really great high note. So like I said, it's going to be all right. Everything is all going to be shifting our way. Everything is going to be coming back our way. Like I said, everybody, y'all stay up, be positive, and Amara Fenton, you stay safe and appreciate it. Like I said, like you keep your head up, and like I said, everybody, like just remember what I said. It's all going to be coming and shifting our way. So get ready, family. So one love once again, family. Peace out.